Remember when we all had to re-register our SIM cards with our Ghana cards? Well, that same kind of nationwide reforms is about to happen again. But this time, it's your car. Do you know that from 2026, your old vehicle is going to have a brand new number plate? Yes, Ghana's DVLA is completely overhauling the vehicle registration system. And it's not just about new plates, it's about security, safety, and modernization. The new plate will come with RFID chips. This is a tiny electronic tag that can be scanned in real time. This means stolen cars, smuggled vehicles, and even unpaid import duties can be traced instantly. The government loses millions of cedis each and every year on duty evasion, and this new system is designed to close those loopholes for good.
How we are going to enroll it will let the public embrace it or reject it. And as I told you guys, or I indicated to you earlier, we've engaged most stakeholders. They are in agreement with what we are doing. We are going out to engage the public from here, and we hope the public will embrace, because it is your security and my security. The security of the state must always be paramount. So that is what Ghana loses a lot of money because of smuggling of cars. My brother, there are 25 illegal routes by which people used to bring cars into the system. And when you are paying duty, and I'm not paying duty, but yet we are calling for development, how does it sound? Everyone in this country driving a car must ensure that that car he or she is driving, duty has been paid on it. And it is a way to check that. It is a way to check our security system as well. Someone steals a car from you. If the car is really registered with DVLA, and I type the car number, I'll be able to tell you where the car is. And it is only with DVLA. Till the court gives us any order, it is only with the DVLA.
The second reason is to stop the abuse of DV plates. Those red DV tags are meant for cars dealers to move vehicles temporarily, not for private use. But we've all seen them everywhere. The new registration system will introduce redesigned DV and temporary plate with sticker digital controls, making it much harder to misuse them. And third, modernization. Right now, Ghana is one of the few countries that still shows the year of registration on number plates, like 25 for the year 2025. From 2026, that's changing. Each plate will now use a zonal code like AD for Adenta or TM for Tema, showing where a car is registered, not when. It's cleaner, smarter, and easier for enforcement. And here's what you need to know. The pilot program begins November 15, 2025. And from January 1st, all new vehicles will be registered under the new system. And for existing car owners, re-registration runs from April 1st, 2026 to December 1st, 2027, giving everyone enough time to make the switch. Let's hear more on this from DVLA's Director for Corporate Affairs and Service Excellence, Stephen Atu.
I think it's important that as individuals with a mandate to regulate and also to ensure safety on our roads, we needed to identify modern ways of doing things. Technology is available today than it was in the past. And we need to leverage on the same technology to be able to deliver the best of service to our clients. And to every Ghanaian, potentially every Ghanaian is a client of DVLA. Once you intend to drive or own a vehicle, you would have an encounter with us one way or the other. So we are actually bringing in new measures to ensure that at least we support government's agenda and also for the safety and security of everybody.
So talk us through the new systems that you're bringing on board. There's a drive to bring new license plates from next year. What's the rationale behind that? What's wrong with the current drive, the plates that we have now?
All right, thank you very much. This is an important intervention that DVLA seeks to bring out. Fact remains that, like I indicated in my opening remark, technology today is more than it was in the past. And we all agree that our license plates, as we have them in the system currently, are plates that were designed so many years back. The technology we have today to detect certain infractions on our roads that will help us to be able to detect driver behavior and for the security of everybody does not exist with the existing plates that we used to have in the system. Now, one thing also we need to note is that our system allows for an individual to bring in vehicles, and then you have a DP, and then you move to a DV, and then you move to the registration proper. Next year, and you can see that from the year 2009, every vehicle that is registered had the year of registration at the tail end of it. We're going to take that off. So from 2026, we're not going to see the year of registration at the end of it. Reason also being, a lot of people bring in vehicles, and as a state institution, we should not be used as a conduit for people to, mislead other persons into buying vehicles that they think are new, but the vehicles might have been in the system for quite some time. But the most important of it is the fact that we want to have a plate that is current to technology as we have today. So the plates we are bringing in would actually have the RFID embedded chips in them. And this helps.
What's the RFID?
Yes, this is yes, that is a technology that is available that allows for communication with a scan. So we have a gun that allows for the scanning, and then immediate information is given to DVLA or the officer who is in charge of that inspection to know that, okay, this vehicle, the details you indicate are actually aligned with the person who owns the vehicle. If that is not the case, they take the actions. Like I said, it's for the security of everybody. And that security of everybody, I think that we are much concerned about. People use vehicles to do all sorts of things on our roads. And it is important that as an authority, we kept that situation. Now, what we look out for specifically is that by bringing in this system, when you commit an infraction on our road, you should be able to be fined. And that fine should come to the person who committed the infraction. And that is the person who owns the car. Now, one of the things we want to do specifically with the new plate is that the numbers that we give now will be owned by the individual. So when you decide to sell your car, for instance, you are expected to take off the plate from the car. The new person who has taken ownership of the car should come to DVLA with you, the original owner, to do that transfer.
Okay, help me to understand it better. So the system we have now, if you are selling your car, you sell it with a number plate.
Yes.
And so now the car becomes the next owner's property, problem, whatever it is.
Exactly.
You have to remove that 2025 sticker. Let's assume it's registered this year. You have to remove it and then go with the one selling the car to you to DVLA to re-register the car.
So what happens?
Isn't that more work?
No. What happens, what we have currently, even under the current system we have, if you have a vehicle that you're selling, that's what we call a transfer of ownership. And that transfer of ownership is supposed to be done with the consent and the presence of the immediate owner. So we keep having complaints of individuals who come and say that my car has been transferred to another person and I'm not aware of it.
How is that possible?
That's one of the things. And you see,
didn't they sell, were the cars stolen?
No, the cars have been sold. And you see, that is one of the reasons we seek to curb this challenge. Now, if you buy a car from someone who has already owned the car, and you'll be required to register and have your own plate, then it behoves on you to bring the existing owner. So that takes off the situation where the existing owner or the original owner would come later to come say that a car was transferred and I wasn't aware of it. So the requirement now from 2026 is that when we register you, is your property. The car plate becomes your property.
So then when I sell my old car to a new one, and I take my license plate back, and I buy a new car, do I put that license plate on that car?
You don't just fix it. Because you see, like I said, what we did at the first transfer is to detach you from the vehicle. And that connection was done because the vehicle has a VIN number, it has a make, it has details that are connected to the plate. Once you bring in a new owner, we detach you and then attach the new person. The same way, when you get a new car, you have to come for DVLA to go through the process to attach you to that vehicle for the purposes of identification. And that helps us in that monitoring process.
So it's not automatic that if I buy a new car and I've already sold the old one,
no,
I can just fix
it won't work that way.
The old. It sounds like a lot of work going back to DVLA and going back.
So the point is, if you don't come back to us, okay, we will not be solving the problem we seek to solve. It's a reason for which we are creating an avenue that makes this exercise much easier and simpler for all of us. You know, we have the technology to be able to do that transfer for you. If you don't come to us, I don't know, I wonder how you could be able to do that. And so, I mean, we would employ Ghanaians to come to appreciate us, to ensure that all these that we'll be doing is for the good and safety of everybody.
So, when you see those new plates on roads next year, remember they are not just for new looks. Just like the SIM registration link your phone to your identity, this reforms links every vehicle to its verified owner. It's all about safer roads, smarter tracking, and better protection for every Ghanaian. And that is all for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. My name is Sheriff Haruna. This is AS1 Report. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Macron.